Welcome back, everybody. My next presentation is concerning the benefits of collaboration on testing projects. Why do we have that on there?
这个演讲的题目是Moca 测试协作项目的好处，就是。
In my years at Intertech, I worked on a variety of association-based fire testing projects, and for the most part, those programs went extremely well for everybody that was involved.
Mike 在那个天祥工作的时候，他做了很多各种各样的试验。他说，结果做得比较好的就是所有有关的人员会参与。 那么就能够得到更好的结果。
The testing that I'm referring to is described in this slide, which is not the simple flammability tests that you do for $1,000 or $2,000, but the more expensive assembly type testing programs.
这里讲的那个测试不只是说防火火焰或者一些小的测试，它这里说的是就是说把整个墙体建好的测试，建好起来做的测试。
An example of this is the ASTM E72 structural testing programs for wall assemblies that require you to test actual positive and negative loading and racking strength tests.
AST 就比如说 ASTM 那个72，它是在用整个墙体来测试，就是负荷载和正荷载，整个就是不同的荷载的测试。
These test programs get expensive very quickly. Not just because you have to do 3 replicates of each, but there are also costs due to system failures and other problems that can occur during testing.
这种测试的话会很贵，特别是就除了就是说要重复3次以外，另外如果你测试失败了，或者有些什么 原因引起不对了，你要重测这些测试都要重新交费。
So, for example, as a basic series of E72 structural tests costs about 18,000 US, but a full program that includes different designs could be 2 or 3 times that much.
比如说这个72的这个标准。 如果是你很顺利的话，就每斤18000块钱，但是不包括你那个设计就是做设计那个设计的墙体设计的那个方法的时候，那些费用还不包括进去。
Another example is fire resistance testing.
另外一个例子就是那个防火的那个测试。
A single fire test, full scale, costs $12,000 for 1 wall assembly.
对，就是单一的一个墙它那个就要12000美金。
If you test a non-symmetrical wall assembly, you have to test from both sides, so that would make the test fee twice as much.
如果是非对称的墙，那你就要测试两边，就是两边都要测试。那么它那个费用呢，就是2万块钱，或者是更多。
The test of a floor ceiling assembly is much more expensive at 25,000 US.
地板和天花板的那个墙体，就是那个组件的测试的话，就更贵了。 25000块起。
The costs I talked about on the previous slide are the fee that the lab charges for a test.
那个在实验室使用的那个费用。
The laboratory fee is usually only about 1/2 of the actual cost of running the program for the customer.
那实验室的那个费用只是占整个费用的一半。
Additional costs are the cost of the production of the samples, the shipping of the samples, and constructing the assembly itself.
其他的成本还包括了就是你制作运输，还有安装这个样本和那个组件，就是进行测试的组件。
There's also management and staff time to develop the program with the laboratory.
还有就是管理方面的那个费用。
And travel costs and time to witness and observe the testing.
还有就是就是你就去往返的那些费用。
So if you consider all of these costs, a fire test program, for example, for 1 hour and 2 hour walls for steel stud and wood stud construction would have a budget of approximately $100,000.
所以对那个防火，比如说防火的一些测试，对什么钢对木材整个的测试的话，大概要100 to 200,000。10万美金左右，就是整个项目测试下来，就是防火那方面。
When the test program is conducted by an association or a group, these costs can be shared amongst the individual participants.
如果是由一个协会来做这些测试的话，那么协会的成员就可以分担这些费用。
The association has bargaining power, so they can do more tests, and they can get some bulk pricing from the laboratory.
协会呢，就因为有很多的测试，所以呢，他就可以和那个实验室去商量，然后降低那个实验的成本。
So this means you can either test more assemblies or you can get a lower cost per assembly tested.
也就是说，你可以就是一个价格，你可以做更多的测试，或者是每个测试的成本可以减少。
Another advantage is the sharing of expertise.
另外一个优点就是说可以互相分享那个知识，专业知识。
By sharing our testing and our product knowledge, several participants together can ensure the best test performance and outcome.
然后通过这个协会成员分享那个测试结果的话，可以保证那个产品测试最佳的效果。
Association experts, myself as an example, can manage the test program to ensure that the best test results are obtained.
协会的专家们，比如说他自己就可以管理这个测试的程序，保证那个最佳的测试结果。
We can save time.
另外我们可以节省时间。
The laboratories like dealing with groups or associations. It makes their life easier. And an association or group can book a large block of time and do tests in series, and things are speed up. Things speed up.
实验室就比较喜欢和协会团体做生意，因为他们可以做更多的那个实验，就是一系列的实验。
And each individual company does not need to spend their management time and resources to deal with the laboratories and work out the assembly.
然后就个体的公司就不需要安排专门的人员去管理和花费时间和那个实验室洽谈。
Now, in a shared program, there have to be some rules.
我们那个共享的那个项目呢，一定要有规则。
The first problem is how do you select a product to test that's representative of the products in the group?
首先是你怎么样选出就是要测试的产本，那些产品必须是有代表性的。
So typically this would be based on structural properties and density of the group. So you would measure the basic properties of each product in the group.
可能会分不同几种产品，就每一种产品都是以那个它的密度和结构性能为主。
And then the product that would be considered to be the worst case would be used in the test program.
然后我们在测试的时候，就以它最坏的那种结果和那个预测来测试。
When an association does a program with a laboratory, the association becomes the owner of the test data.
那么测试的数据也要成为那个协会的那个他们的资产。
But individual test reports can be issued to each of the participants.
但是就是说单一的或者厂家的那些产品呢，他们自己也可以拿到结果，也可以公布。
And because one representative product is tested, everyone ends up with the same results.
然后每一个代表的产品都应该有相同的结果。
If a new company joins the association, they can become a part of the group if they prove that their product has similar performance to the one that was tested.
如果新的成员就是有成员想参加这个协会，然后他们有就是相似的产品，那么他就可以参加就是同样的那个组，就每一组的产品里头。
Usually when this happens, a new member will pay a fee to gain access to the test information.
如果他们想得到那个测试的结果的话，他们要那个付费用。
These fees can be used to fund additional testing.
这些费用可以拿来做额外的试验。
The group or association needs to determine the rules for participation.
每一组的那个成员要决定他们就是参与的那个规则。
As an example, association participants can be free to do additional testing on their own.
比如说协会成员如果他们愿意的话，可以独立的做额外的试验，但是他们要自己给钱。
The group decides how information is to be shared amongst their current and future members.
协会成员有权决定怎么和新的成员共享那个测试的结果，包括怎样收费。
The group will decide the fees for sharing with new members.
的费用就是根据那个测试的费用来决定。
If participants leave the association, they may be able to retain their test information.
如果那个协会成员想离开协会，经过同意的话，他们可能允许保留他们测试的结果。
All of these items and rules need to be considered before the program begins.
在测试那个项目之前，就是要先把这些规则制定好。
Thank you, and if anyone has any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
所以他很乐意就是回答你们的问题。
No questions?
没有问题啊。
Thank you.
谢谢。
So we are a bit early, so we have a bit more time to chat or ask Mike specific questions, or Al Orchinsky here, who has some things he'd like to talk about for the science of making homemade band.
现在那个时间还比较早，所以我们有时间大家就是互相相谈，或者向 Mike 提出问题，和向 L 提出问题。他有就是比较好的那个方法，去怎么生产。你们就是介绍一下几个关键的点，就是怎么生产这个波美板。
I live in Alberta, which is the next province over to British Columbia. The beautiful province in Canada, Alberta.
L 在那个阿伯特就是在那个另外一个省和那个 BC 省，就是相邻的一个省里头生活。他说那边风景很好。
My background is in the chemical industry. I've been in the marketing of chemicals for the past 50 years.
他在那个这个化学领域里头已经有50年的时间了。
I would ask that if you're free, I would ask if you're free to divulge I'm more of a curious person than I am. We're a producer of calcium chloride and magnesium chloride.
他就是比较好奇，他说他们生产那个氯化镁和氯化钙，然后他carries what?
Calcium chloride
Yes.
and magnesium chloride.
Yeah.
We have approximately 10,000 tons of magnesium chloride in inventory in the Vancouver area or in British Columbia as we speak.
他们有1万吨的那个氯化镁和氯化钙在那个就在我们这个 area， 比如在 BC 或者是在 Alberta。
I have questions of you and your manufacturing in China.
他有些问题问一下你们那个厂家方面的问题。
Do you start with a dry or a liquid magnesium chloride?
他说你们是从是干燥的还是像就融化的那个氯化镁开始制造，还是就是用干的还是湿的？
多种，有无水的，有六水。
污水。
没有水，没有水。
They use both.
And I assume the magnesium oxide is a dry product.
他就说他认为那个就是那个波美板是用干的。
六水。
liquid。
Liquid.
六种。
六个水，
结晶水。
6个结晶水。
对。
The magnesium oxide.
6 crystal.
Okay. Yeah, good. What is the chloride level in your resulting product?
什么就是什么水平，就是那个氯的那个成分，在你那个产品是什么时候？
氯化纯物，氯化镁的含量46%，是吧？
大约46%。
46%。
氯化镁的含量大约。
然后就是氯
氯化镁，
氯化镁含量
氯化镁。
Oh, so the magnesium chloride is 46%.
No, the chloride only, the resulting
它
chloride.
只是那个氯的那个成分，不是那个氯化镁的成分。
氯化镁的
氯化镁。
但是他问就是其中一个成分。
When you react the magnesium oxide and the magnesium chloride, you end up with a residual chloride in your board. What is the tolerance?
不是，你要按氯算，它因为有氯化钙、有氯化钠、氯化钾。氯化镁是
What's the question again?
The residual chloride in the resulting board, what is the tolerance? Percentile.
就是它就是说你有没有那个限制，就是说留在那个板里头的那个氯。
板里边的水溶性的能结晶不是蒸馏水能溶解的小于3%氯离子。
Less than 3%.
3? Excellent. Do you utilize a retarders in your process to slow down the reaction?
你用那种叫它的就是有没有用什么材料就是来减慢它那个化学反应？
有缓凝剂，
缓凝有没有？有没有用在那？
有。
Yes.
夏
They
天
use it.
温度高的时候，气温高的时候。
They use it in the summer when the temperature is high.
Which product do they use?
什么产品？什么缓凝剂？
它这个产品的名字就叫缓凝剂。
缓凝剂就是那个化学成分是什么？
化学成分一般是保密的。
哦。They don't tell. They don't know.
Well, it's common knowledge what is being used.
这我们使用的这个分子式的，就是含硫结晶水，整个的它的含量，不碳水的含量大于46。这个有利的镀离子盈利的，在制品当中做到板里边的小于3。
他明白了，他现在就要看你那个就是缓。
不一样，各家做的不一样。
哦 So each manufacturer has their own products. Use different. Yeah. That's
All right. If you want to decrease the density of the board, make it lighter, do you use the plastics as Michael has pointed out, or do you use another product?
他说，为了减少这个玻璃板的那个重量，什么材料？你们用什么样的材料？是用那个 EPS 或用其他的材料？
玻璃板国内一般就是加锯末，然后可以再加一点珍珠岩。
珍珠岩是什么？
珍珠岩就是用一种岩石把它加热以后让它膨化，类似于 EPS 颗粒，但它是不燃的。
Chloride. I'm not very sure the chemical material name in English, but they will use as the left those wood with some it's called chloride. It's some kind of rocks material.
To lessen the density,
Yeah.
to make it lighter.
Yes, wood fiber.
Would a specialty air entraining agent be interesting to you?
It's
Air entraining agents.
就是那个就是充气的那个，他就说你们会不会对那个像混凝土一样，不是充气进去弄把那个加气的那个，他说你们有没有兴趣？有没有这种工艺？
有这个发泡，
有这种工艺。
有叫发泡，
已经有发泡。They already have that.
Good. No, because I've developed a salt-tolerant air entraining agent for the gypsum wallboard.
因为他开发了发展这个创造了那个就是发泡在那个石膏板里头发泡的那个工艺。 他就说看看就是您这个板看能不能用。
我们这个板啊，现在在国内大量的造那个发泡材料，密度可以达到300公斤。
300公斤。
一立方能达到300公斤，我们就不是用在这个波美板上这个装饰上用的，是用在填充到一些材料里边，比如说门儿里边，叫门芯板。
They use those air, how to call it,
Air and training.
Yeah, air and training in some of the mechanism of material, but it's not in the board.
Okay.
So
Okay.
they can reach to 300 kilogram per cubic meter.
Would a magnesium chloride that has sulfates in it be a problem?
但是说，如果是有硫在你那个，是不是那个波美板里头有没有问题？
什么
硫。
硫啊。
No problem? It would be a problem? Yes or no?
They said that they don't have sulfate in.
Oh, okay. Well, the samples that we presented contained sulfates. Was it the samples that we sent, Peter?
When I came to China in April, I left some small samples of liquid magnesium chloride. And they were from Mr. Korchinski, and they had some sulfate in the sample.
你们有没有测试有没有办法？ Didn't test. They didn't test this.
The naturally occurring magnesium chloride that we market contains small quantities of sulfates. And my question technically is, would that create a problem for manufacturing the wallboard?
他就说那种天然的那个氯氧化镁啊，那些天然材料，它一般是有硫那个成分在里头。他说，就对你们来说，会不会引起一些问题？sulfate。
它硫以什么形式存在？它不可能以
硫是硫酸盐还是？
硫酸盐还是什么
What's the form of the sulfate?
Sodium sulfate. Sodium sulfate.
就是那个硫盐。盐
没问题，
应该是没有。
没问题。
No problem.
I didn't think so.
他认为也是，应该是。
I appreciate your response to my questions. My business is to sell magnesium chloride. And hopefully someday we will be able to sell a lot here in Canada and North America. And possibly, I know that in China you have a lot of magnesium chloride. It's readily available. And I'm offered magnesium chloride and magnesium oxide daily from people who manufacture the products in China. But I thank you very much for your time.
他说很感谢你们对他那些问题的回答。他是做那些就是氯化镁和氯化盐，就是你那些原材料的生意的。然后他在你们中国也进口了很多这种材料，所以他说。
Thank you. Oh.
There's a question.
Yes, good.
他这是材料不是在加拿大生产，是在别府进来的。
它是生产商，是经销商，是生产经销。
So you are a supplier or you are a manufacturer?
We are a supplier of magnesium chloride. We're a manufacturer of calcium chloride. We're the largest manufacturer of calcium chloride in Canada.
它是那个 就是氯化镁的那个供应商，但是呢是氯化钙的那个厂家。
它是生产氯化钙的。
对对。
氯化镁自己不生产。
他没在这里。
它是进口，从青岛进口的。
对，他从美国氯化镁。
氯化镁是
进口氯化镁。Which product are you importing from 青岛？Calcium, calcium.
Magnesium chloride or the calcium.
We manufacture calcium. We're the marketing agent for the largest magnesium producer in the world.
就是氯化镁它是进口，然后氯化钙它在这里生产。
那他自己做这个多酶板或者磷镁产品。
做，他做原材料。
他进口氯化镁。
What's the purpose for your supply the magnesium chloride to
Magnesium
who?
chloride. What
Yeah.
is the?
What? Why? Who to who? He said the what? They.
Who's your customers?
Yeah, the customer or you are doing the manufacturing using.
We don't
this?
manufacture. No.
You just
We're an agent and we're a distributor. In North America, we have quite opposite to what you do in China. The Chinese manufacturer will sell to anybody. In North America, the tradition is that the manufacturer typically would, in fact, appoint a distributor for a certain geographical area. And we are the distributor for magnesium chloride for the west coast of North America for this one manufacturer.
它是总的供应商，那个进口，比如说从中国进口的总的供应商，然后就给其他的客户用，不是他们自己。Do you know who use magnesium chloride?
Here?
Yeah.
Oh, most of the magnesium chloride is utilized by the road for dust control and ice control, for melting ice and keeping the dust down.
他说他这种就是氯化镁，它是用来就是在道路建设上，比如说解冰啊，还有就是那个出冰还有就是说那个灰尘很大的时候，它放在那就可以降低那个灰尘。
We spray thousands of tons on roads.
他们用就是1000吨这样用在那个就是道路的建设上。
This is on dirt roads, gravel roads. Yeah.
用那些就是说不是用混凝土做的那些路，它可能冬天啊。Thank
you.